Aries, this is your weekly message for May 25th through May 31st. The phrase that I thought of immediately when I pulled your cards was, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And I only say that in terms of like, I don't feel like you intentionally did anything bad. I think you are an incredible leader. You are somebody that has a big vision for your life, for whatever this may allude to. But I also feel like there have been decisions, life choices, or a path that you've been on that just, I mean, it's taken you down a path that in the long run is not really paying off. And I feel like there is a moment this week or around this week, maybe before, maybe a little after, where you have a bit of a wake-up call. And it's a moment where you can either choose to ignore this and keep going down the path that you're already going down, or you can start to pivot and figure out a way to do better. And I'm hoping you take the opportunity to do better, because the death card is here. And I feel like the Aries that are watching these videos that I post every week, you are of the mindset of wanting to do better and to grow and to always improve. And I do see that happening here, despite there being a little bit of a downside to this. We did have the 10 of Swords in reverse. So yeah, there could be a moment where maybe you hit rock bottom a little bit, or something happens that completely devastates you or devastates a business you work for or own, whatever the case is. And it could be kind of a hard pill to swallow, and could be something that kind of keeps you up at night a little bit, with regrets or whatever, because maybe you just did not make the best decisions. And I honestly feel like, again, it may just be either a lack of education, it could be misinformation, it could be, like I said, just maybe not something you were aware of, and that's okay. But this is Spirit's way, this is the universe's way of guiding you in the right direction. They're trying to push you in the right direction. Now it's up to you whether or not you make the decision to do better now that you have this information, or whether you want to continue down a path that is clearly not meant for you, that is going to be destructive in the long run. Okay, so a big moment, a shakeup for sure, upsetting, yes, but this is an opportunity to do more, to change, to shift, and improve. Okay, so we got rose quartz, open up your heart. For some of you, it may also feel like a personal attack, and so there could be that like wanting to be closed off and like, I'm not the problem, I'm not the problem. But it's not necessarily calling you out as the problem, but just highlighting that decisions you've been making have been rooted in lack of education or information, that you can absolutely change. Okay, you just have to be open to it. We got pyrite, let the money flow in. Again, this could be impacting some sort of business or lifestyle of yours. And then we got aquamarine, go with the flow. Again, just being open to the changes is really, I think, the biggest part of this message. All right, Aries, that is what I'm seeing for you guys this week.